I'm speaking now to Roger Jackson, Executive Chairperson of Vertex Minerals. And Roger, we have a fair amount of ground to cover. In the last couple of months since we spoke, a lot's been happening. Let's begin with the fact that you have transitioned now to 100% underground mining at the Reward Gold Mine in New South Wales. Please catch us up.
Well, thanks, Danielle. And yes, we've moved now to underground mining. We've been underground development mining for some time. And while that's been happening, we've been processing very low-grade stockpiles and making some gold. But now we're fully developed underground and started to mine our production stopes and production headings. And we've had some gold sales from that last week, and some more are happening as we speak. The process involves getting the mine developed to a point that you can have enough headings, in our case, about 5 fronts to mine, so that we can get continuous feed to the plant. But it's quite exciting. We've got the team in place, we've got all the equipment in place, and now we're fully operational underground.
Well, congratulations. Let's speak a bit more about this project, because I understand at this stage development is exploration, and you've got that refurbishment completed of the processing plant and the mine. So tell us how everything is coming together.
Yeah, well, it's an interesting mine in the sense that it's unique because it's high-grade gold. It's gravity-only gold. It's ore sortable ore, and very low impact environmentally. But by the nature of the way the ore is structured, and we have multiple sets of reef veins, we can develop on ore and then work our way to the higher grade production stopes within ore. So where you'd normally be developing and putting in a decline or putting in an adit or doing locations for access underground, whereby it was normally just waste and costing you money, it was a capital cost, we actually do get some money back out of it, because we do have some gold in these multiple reefs that are parallel. So whilst we're doing that, we're constantly looking to take advantage of being able to explore and understand where we're going and what we've got in front of us as far as gold and the higher grades. And that it forms part of our process. We sample every face that we do, and we also sample the sludge holes as we drill them. So it is a process of mining and exploration in one.
Well, speaking of exploration, you have picked up a new license to explore the Dun Dun prospect, and this could potentially add 50 kilometers of contiguous geology to the project. Is that correct?
It is, Danielle. It's interesting because we now really have the full line of lode along the Hill End anticline, which, as you rightly say, 50 kilometres of strike. Why do we know it's 50 kilometres of strike? Well, nearly every 100 metres there's a shaft along that full 50 kilometres. The old timers mined in the 1800s, and Dun Dun certainly has some very, very exciting historical grades that have been mined and some historical numbers. Unfortunately, given the rules that we work under, we can't give those numbers. They're not to the JORC code, which is fair, and but it is an exciting area. It does link up with to the north with our Hargraves tenements, which are serious high grade ore. Well, it's an ore body, and we ultimately will re-evaluate that, and does add potential feed for the plant that we have at Hill End in the future.
Well, speaking of Hill End, you're also set to begin new exploration there. Can you tell us all the details?
Yeah, look, we've always been going to put in a drill rig underground, because it's the best spot to target. Underneath the adit has been very little drilling, so therefore we're really drilling from surface in this circumstance. We do have targets above the adit as well, and we've also got extended targets behind us or running down to the south at Foster's and the Star of Peace, and we really have a quite a incredible set of targets to drill over the next how many years. As I said, there's 50 kilometres of it now, but near mine at Hill End, plenty of great targets. And guess what? They're going to be high grade, and they're going to give some really great results over the years to inform the market of how high grade this really is. This big precinct of gold.
Well, lots to look forward to, but right here in the present, it's already a good day because Vertex is already selling gold on a weekly basis. Can you tell us how this is changing the game and those next steps moving forward?
Look, it's just more of the same. Ramp up, move to steady state production, get ourselves into long hole stoping in a more fluid way, where at the moment we can only do a single long hole stope, and we've got some other stopes, some shrink stopes and some faces we're working, but ultimately we want to have a number of long hole stopes on the board so that we can really bring out the tons. And then we'll also start getting selective about what we're doing, because we have the options to do that. We've got some very high grade out there, and we'll start building up that. At the moment, we're just doing whatever we can get at first and build up the fronts. But yeah, it's just going to move on until we aim to get to 2,000 plus ounces a month in 2026.
That sounds fabulous. We look forward to joining you as that snowball gathers speed and strength and size.
Thanks, Daniel.